As I was sharing before, today I'd like to talk a little bit about the topic of mindfulness and specifically what mindfulness means, to me at least in my limited experience. And it's a word that gets thrown around a lot, and we usually associate it with slowing down, being present, being calm. And while it's for sure a part of it, mindfulness is not just about presence. It's also about awareness of the mind behind our actions. So it's about recognizing in every moment what is the quality of the mind behind what we do, say, and think. Because if we're not mindful, our mind is like a rock tumbling downhill, following its existing habits, distractions, and afflictions without us even realizing it. Most of the time, when we act, we don't really reflect on what is causing us to act that way. We send a message, but why? We make a comment in a conversation, but what's the mind behind it? We check our phone, send an email, react to something. But what is the mind that is causing us to take that action? Every action we take has a root cause. And the root cause is a state of mind. The problem is that every time we don't pay attention to that and we act on autopilot, we are reinforcing the state the mind is in. This is why acting without awareness is dangerous. Because we are reinforcing whatever motivation we are following in that moment. The most important reason why mindfulness matters so much is this. The mind that causes an action will produce a result with the same quality. If we take an action from a mind of anxiety, fear, jealousy, attachment, that action is just going to reinforce that state of mind. So let's make an example. Let's say that I want to work toward a situation of financial stability. So I plan things and I am going toward there, but every week I log in into my bank account and check it way more than necessary. Why am I doing that? Like, in my personal experience in the past, this happened to me, and it was from a state of anxiety, from a state of strong grasping and attachment toward money. And every time I was doing this, I was promoting and reinforcing in my mind anxiety when I was thinking about my finances. So even though I might find myself in a situation when I am finally financially stable, if I arrive to that with this kind of behavior, my mind is not going to feel that. It's just going to feel anxiety. So let's take another example. Let's say that I'm in a romantic relationship and I am worried because of jealousy. Maybe there might be some objective reasons that justify my worrying. Maybe there are not. But the point is that so I investigate the situation with my partner, I make sure that everything is okay, but then, even if the other person is not like engaging in any kind of behavior that would warrant jealousy from me, I keep worrying and I keep checking. I keep feeling like I keep wanting confirmations. And I keep doing this to make this feeling of jealousy go and this suffering coming from jealousy going away until I'm gonna feel good in the relationship. What do you think is going to happen? I'm only gonna feel more jealous. Even if the other person is not doing anything, even if she is or he is the most faithful partner I can get, my mind is still gonna develop jealousy, anxiety. It's still gonna wanna check. It's still not gonna trust. And so I'm gonna be left with that. So how can we apply this to our daily life? How can we start changing our mind, we need to observe the mind that is driving every action before taking it. So before taking every action, we ask ourselves, why am I doing this? Why do I want to do this? What is the mind behind it? And we take our time with it, because it's very important not to give ourselves very superficial answer. It's very easy to do that. And it's also the habit we have usually. I have that habit, so I have to work very hard to investigate. And then if we realize that we're about to act because of a mind of anxiety, fear, attachment, jealousy, anger, or whatever, we can choose to refrain from doing that action. Or even if we cannot refrain from doing that, at least what we can do is to not avoid acting immediately. At least trying to resist a little bit in following that strong compulsion, even just for 2 minutes. And by doing this every time, we are going to develop the habit of not following that mind that is pushing us right away. And eventually, we're gonna also develop the ability of choosing to refrain from following that action altogether. And we will have more option at that point. So the more we refrain from reinforcing negative states of mind, the more we familiarize with acting with clarity, calmness, and awareness. And this changes everything. So actually mindfulness is about also changing the mind, right? Because if we act without it, we're just going to reinforce our habits. And if we look around and at ourselves first and foremost, we can notice that we have many habits that are not really good for us. So mindfulness is about this, is about being aware of what your mind is doing, how you're acting, and this is going to be the key for a very slow but progressive change in our mind. And this is what's going to make the difference. So guys, whenever I talk about these topics, I really do believe that I am a beginner. I am very passionate about these things, and I want to make this aspect of working on myself a core aspect in my life. It's really something that I value so much, but I still have very limited capacity, and I'm still a beginner. So in this case, this way of thinking has been taught to me by very wise friends that I have, and to which I am so grateful. And even in my situation, I start from a situation in which I'm not a mindful person at all, and I'm still not that. I am still not a mindful person. But even though, I'm already noticing the difference. And I can already say this because in a situation like the one that I was describing earlier, when I was doing quads, and I read that email and I was triggered, usually my mind would have followed, would have reacted immediately to that without thinking 1 second. Before, it would have acted and then thought and then reflected. But the point is that that state of mind would have already been reinforced. So in this occasion, in the occasion that I was describing earlier, I am so happy that I did not do that. Because now, feeling more calm, I'm gonna go back to that email that is problematic because it's from a problematic person in the company I'm working in, exhibiting a problematic behavior. But if I reacted to it, I am sure that I would have gotten nothing good from it. Instead, what I can do now is even turn this thing, this episode, into something that it's working for me. If I do that with calm, mindfulness, reflect on how to utilize this situation, how to reply, to whom to reply, what to say with calm, and not from a mind of anger, for example. So I hope this reflection it's something that interests you guys as well. And now enough with the chit chat. So I'll go get changed and then I will go home.